How's it going, everybody? Vin here, and the Green Bay Packers and Chicago Bears game just ended, and I just want to give my thoughts about it. In case you guys are unaware, the Packers won by a score of 35-14. Green Bay is now 3-1 overall, 3-0 at home, and the Bears are now 1-3, last in the division, 0-2 on the road. Uh, this game really Green Bay had control. The first quarter was very sloppy as we had two turnovers in the first quarter for the Bears that resulted in 14 points for the Packers. Aaron Rodgers threw two quick touchdowns on that. And really, he's not throwing the ball deep a lot this year. As Rodgers finished 18 of 26 with 179 yards, four touchdowns, and for the first time this season, a game with no interceptions. His first three games, he threw one pick each. So it's good to see that he's finally hasn't thrown a pick in a game. He was very good. As I'm just trying to see the receptions list if they haven't up here. Here it is. It looks like he did target a lot of different receivers, as three different receivers scored a touchdown in Jordy Nelson, Randall Cobb, and Davante Adams, which I'll go a little bit more on Davante Adams in a few minutes or in a little bit. Targeted Martellus Bennett a lot, 6 receptions for Bennett. Looks like Bennett's really not doing what they need him to do. A lot of throws at the line of scrimmage. He can't do much with it. But he did catch a 26-yard pass, which was great to see. But then he had 5 catches, not counting that, for 13 yards. And they're going to need him to be a lot more efficient. On Chicago's side, Mike Glennon threw 21 of 33 for 216 yards, with a touchdown and 2 interceptions. One interception went to HaHa Clinton Dix, and the other to Contrell Bryce. They were both overthrows. Defense had pressure on him. He overthrew it, and it fell right into the defender's lap. But the main story of this game was Danny Trevathan, linebacker on the Bears. His helmet-to-helmet hit on Davante Adams, which initially knocked Adams out, unconscious. Looked bad. Looked like he could have had a broken neck at the point, especially how the Packers reacted, immediately calling for personnel to help him. And as I found out really quickly, that he did regain consciousness. He was able to feel all his extremities, which is a great sign. He was sent to the hospital to test for head and neck injuries as well as concussion, which he probably had a severe concussion. He did give a thumbs up when leaving the field on the stretcher, so that's a good sign. But that type of hit was very unnecessary. If you go back and watch it, or if you watched it live, you saw Adams' mouth guard fly out of his mouth when he was hit. He was a totally defenseless at the moment, as he was getting wrapped up already, and then Trevathan came in helmet to helmet and just knocked the lights out of him. And what made Trevathan look even worse was after the play he was mouthing off when some of the Packers players got mad, which was totally explainable of why they were mad. Their player just got knocked out. It was a very dirty hit. I wouldn't be shocked to see him be suspended for a game or two, and a big hefty fine on him for this. Uh, Tony Romo, who was ripping him on the commentary while he was waiting for Adams to lead the field. But Tony Romo was very mad about it, you could tell, saying it was a dirty hit. I agree. Uh, Jordan Howard really didn't do much for Chicago's rushing, and their rushing in general. They got a lot of garbage time yards on their rush, but Jordan Howard finished 18 carries, 53 yards, so about 3 yards a carry with a touchdown. Uh, Green Bay did really well on the defense side for rushing, stopping the run, as well as the Bears. Both teams had a touchdown on the ground and didn't really get much yardage on the ground. But the Packers won. It was a very interesting game. The pace was very slow. A lot of flags. The delay because of lightning in the second quarter. The game just felt like it went on very long. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Packers are now on top of the division as both Minnesota and Detroit play on Sunday. And I believe both of them play on Sunday. I know Detroit. Oh yes, Detroit and Minnesota are playing against each other on Sunday. So one of these teams will potentially be 3-1 with the Packers on top of the division. It'll be interesting to see how that goes. I'm leaning towards Minnesota, but Stafford's been great so far with his arm. But that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to hit that like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one.